What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. We are going to make 2025 the best year you've ever had on this planet, and it's going to be a simple 4-step process. We're going to lay out a system here that is unlike anything that you've ever heard before when it comes to these yearly annual plannings of like how to make 2024 or 2025 the best year ever. Like, there's hundreds of videos out there like this, but we're going to come at it from an angle that will actually help you in a way that nobody else talks about. So number one is we are going to chunk down. Chunk down. See, the problem is that you're thinking in annual increments. You're already thinking about 2025 and how to make it the best year. And this is actually the wrong frame entirely, because a good year is nothing more than a sequence of good months. A good month is nothing more than a sequence of good weeks. A good week is nothing more than a sequence of good days. So the input that leads to the output of a great year is, in fact, having great days. That is what we want to control for. We want to figure out, what does it look like every single day to win the day? And if you can string together days in which you've been victorious for long enough, then you're going to look up at the end of 2025 and realize, damn, that was a freaking phenomenal year. But it occurred not because you were trying to make 2025 a great year, but simply because you attacked each day with the mindset that I'm going to win today. And honestly, I have found that to be so much easier to wrap my mind around, because it can be kind of overwhelming to think about, what do I need to do to have a good quarter, a good week, a good month, right? But if I just sit down right now and I ask myself, what would make today a good day? What would it mean for me to win today? What are the things that would have to occur? Well, I would like to spend some time outside. I'd like to move my body, get some exercise. I'd like to eat healthy. Maybe I'd like to spend some time with some friends, with my loved ones, with my partner, right? Maybe I also want to, be working on something that fills me with sense of meaning and purpose and passion, that is important, that moves important needles forward, right? So you figure out what would make today a great day, and then focus your entire energy on that. And as a result, a good year will naturally arise. So that's number one, is figure out how to win the day. Define that at the beginning of the day before you even start. Number two is don't goal set. Goals are for losers. Okay, maybe that's too much, right? I think it was James Clear. He said goals are for losers. Winners use systems, or something like that. Maybe it wasn't James Clear. I have nothing against goals, but I actually think instead of setting like New Year's resolutions and setting like your 2025 goals, first what you want to do is something that I call value casting. Value casting is when you start from the position of, what are the values I want to embody? What are the values that I want to develop in myself? Like, maybe I want to be more hardworking. I want to be more consistent. I want to be more disciplined. I want to be more loving. I want to be more playful. I don't know. What are the values that your highest and best self would embody? Work backwards from there, right? And so what I like to do here is I like to value cast by starting at the end of 2025, at the beginning of 2026, and ask myself, who is that person? What do they have that I do not currently have in terms of their values, their beliefs, and their skills, right? And then work backwards from that. And then define that for yourself, so that on each given day, as you're sitting down to define what does it look like to win the day, you can say, these are the values that I want to live in alignment with. And so for myself, I like to put onto my calendar, onto my schedule, 10 to 12 different values that I'm working on at any given point of time. Now, I can't work on all 12 like simultaneously on any given day, so I pick one, and that might be, like I said, playfulness, right? How can I be more playful and joyful in the work that I'm doing today? That's number two. Don't goal set. Start with your values. Step three. Okay, now we need to start setting goals. Okay, but we're going to do this a little bit different than most people do. Instead of setting the destination, I want you just to work on setting the direction. Set the direction, not the destination. What is the general direction that you would like your life to head this next year? I don't want you to get too into the weeds of, I want to be 185 pounds and 10% lean body fat and all that stuff. Great to have the target. I like that. I like that your mind is very specific and that you can identify it. But more generally, I want you to set the direction of what kind of person, what kind of activities, what kind of life, what do I look like, so that you can set the trajectory of success rather than fixating on the top of the mountain, the point at the peak. Because if you just keep focusing on going the right direction up the mountain, you will eventually get to the top. And that is a very important thing, because at a lot of points on the mountain, you can't see the top anymore. It will be obscured behind mountains, behind other cliffs, in the trees or whatever. But as long as you're moving in the right direction, you're going to be okay. The only way to know what that is by understanding, okay, what is my compass? What is the direction in which I'm heading? Because life is going to come at you. It's going to throw all sorts of things. It's going to throw some curveballs. You're going to have to go sideways on the path sometime, right? In one of our companies, Escape Climbing, we would talk about this in terms of the chaotic path of mastery, which is the chaotic path of mastery is never straight. You're never running straight towards mastery. You're trying, you're trialing and error, you're making mistakes. And so it's kind of a winding road, and you're wasting energy because you're not perfectly straight and true towards the goal. And that is how life kind of manifests itself. When we're moving towards these big and audacious goals of like having a great 2025, it's not just linear. It's not just here to there. I'm going to be winding. And so figure out what the direction of your progress is, not necessarily the end destination. All right. Number 4, the way to have the best 2025 of your life. Well, you're only going to get one 2025, but have the best year of your life. How to make 2025 the best year of your life is to do this. Start now. Don't wait until 2025 starts. I don't know when you're watching this. Maybe it's already 2025. I'm recording this at the end of 2024. If you're watching this and it's still 2024 and you want to make 2025 the best year of your life, start now. Don't wait for arbitrary start dates. This is such a powerful concept that most people, they tell themselves, I'll start tomorrow, or I'll start on Monday. I'll start next month. I'll start at the beginning of the year, because we like to have these nice, clear, cut and dry start and end dates, right? But the truth is that you don't need to wait until Monday. You don't need to wait until the end of the month. You could start moving towards your life's goal right now. If you want to lose weight, if you want to be in better health, you could literally stop eating trash food this moment. You might be listening to this while eating, some potato chips on the couch. I don't know. Maybe you're watching this on your TV, right? You could start your diet right now. You could make a decision. I'm going to not eat this chip. I'm going to put it down. I'm going to throw these chips away. I'm going to throw them outside right now. I'm going to get rid of them. My diet starts right now. If you want to be successful in life, it's critical that you decrease the time that elapses between when you have the idea, when you have the inspiration, the motivation to do something, and when you actually take action. The reason for that is because inspiration is perishable. And so if you want to start that diet, if you want to start that new business, if you want to start that relationship, whatever the thing is, do it now. Don't put it off till tomorrow, because for most people, tomorrow never comes, because you will always find a reason to push it to the next tomorrow and the next tomorrow. If you want to be successful in 2025, start now. I'll see you at the end of this road, I guess.